He's having a terrific game. Got 119 running and 6 to 9 receiving, 2 touchdowns.
You go.
This guy's been in the weight room.
He's a horse. We said earlier he went and played basketball as a power forward for ASU. Pace bumps off a tackle at the 30, at the 25-yard line, and getting something out of nothing. Sean Ward runs him down, and some shoddy tackling by the Bears right now.
Yeah, but very easy for Ward on the previous play, you know, just to look at it and say, okay, I got blocked by the wide receiver. He outruns the wide receiver, have a defensive half. You don't want to have an offensive half. You want to have one unit.
Give this time is to Pace, and Pace pops it, gets to midfield, juggled the ball, and managed to hang on. And 6, and they give it to Pace. Pace bounces off a man, he's into the end zone. And again, 198 yards of offense for ASU in the third quarter to just 45 for Callan. Ball just short of midfield. This is Pace on the sweep. Shakes a couple of tacklers, gets a little bit out again. Pace getting a lot of minutes in this game. Here's a pitch to Pace. Pace again, gets a gap, steps right. He ran out of gas too, I think. Here's Pace coming the other way. Pretty good stiff arm. Now the Bears trying to hustle an extra body on, and they do, and he misses the tackle, and Pace pops it and gets it all the way to the 31-yard line. The Bears.
Trojans lead. Cron dumps it off behind the line. Man has got it and is on his way down the far side. Following the Trojan touchdown and the subsequent kickoff that went into the end zone. Hand off to his tailback, breaks a tackle, finds some runners come on, turns and hands off to his tailback, and that's Pace up the middle, spinning, rambling, roving his way down to the 26th team at 7-1, and they've had to scramble from behind as everybody did. UCLA today, Washington did, everybody. Touchdown Arizona State as Pace. Trojan 45-yard line. Morgan, play action, rolling, gets chased, gets hit, gets away, gets hit again, throws it, man wide open is Pace, at the 20, at the 10, 5, touchdown ASU.
Well, the Trojans had the perfect defense for the bootleg, and they just did not wrap up on the tackle.
Tied at 35. Goodman gives it to Pace again, he runs it into the middle, flag comes down, and he...
The last 2 years, you don't think that's great motivation coming in and playing a #1 team?
Huge. Tom Pace rips past the 50-yard line. What was it, a couple of years ago when Notre Dame's Cron will run the football. Tom Pace smashing forward past the 45 out near the 40. Tom Pace has some quick feet on him. Just always seems to be going forward.
Tom Pace, you know, interesting. Bruce Snyder awarded him a scholarship a couple weeks back before the SC game. Did it quietly in Bruce Snyder's office, but here was a guy who was looking for a few extra bucks at the beginning of the season, cleaning pools.
He'll certainly get better on a very quick learning curve. And he'll have the week to practice again this week as the Sundevils get set for for UCLA. Pace tried to stay in bounds right there, and then he got knocked out at the last second by Scott Goss. You saw him with an opportunity to go out of bounds back around the 25-yard line, turned it upfield and got 5 more, and then Goss finally flattened him and drove him across the sideline.
Yeah, he's deceivingly deceptive for a running back, and he doesn't seem like he's really running that hard, but he's able to make gains up the field and also change of direction. He just seems like he just kind of glides around the end, and it appears almost effortless, but you shouldn't be a problem.
Pace and got the first down out across the 25.
First team status is incredible.
Goodman will throw his first one. Pace will catch his first one, and the Sundevils get another first down. Well, here's the question, and they're all better. Nice second effort by Pace to cross the 30.
This is one variable that you can't teach somebody. Either you have it or you don't have it. And what I'm talking about is the second effort and that drive to try to pick up additional yards. And we noticed this earlier with Pace. I think that he's a back that's going to fight and give you everything he's got every single play. Look at the effort here in leaping over a tackler, then spinning and avoiding a tackle, and still being able to pick up as many yards as he can. Your execution at that position, whether somebody's doing good or bad, and certainly Jeff Cron passed the test tonight.
Second down and 8. Pace gives him another first down. I tell you what, the Sundevils didn't have 100 yards rushing at the end of 3 quarters, and before this one's over, Pace may have 100 by himself.
What's interesting, we had a chance to talk to John Pettis, their offensive coordinator, a couple days before the game, and he talked about this kid, and he brought up a kid last year that played for the Sundevils, Gerald Green, who has a lot of similar styles in terms of changing direction, but also he knows how to get the ball down the field, but it's his effort. That's what's so impressive about him. He just tries on every single play.
Derek Arnold.
We start the 4th quarter here in Tucson, Arizona. The shootout between Arizona and Arizona State. Sun Devils with a 2nd and goal at the 3-yard line of the Wildcats. Heavy load look, double tight end. They will run Pace. Pace to the outside, tries to cut in. Touchdown, Arizona State.
Score this way. I always say credit the offensive line and credit the fullbacks out in front of Tom Pace. Steven Trejo was one of them. The big fullback got a nice block, and he follows his blocks. There's number 30, gets a great kick out on the defensive back, and Tom Pace able to knife up underneath and score.
The senior Brian Forth at the top of the screen. Cron shuffles it underneath to Tom Pace, and Pace sliding forward very close to a first down. Let's go down to the sideline and lose. Tom Pace, the junior from Mesa, Arizona, went off on a 2-year Mormon mission after he went to the University of Idaho and then transferred to junior college and now to ASU. 2nd and 12. Keeley back to the air, throws it to Pace. Pace gets the first down. Audiatar brings him down, but not before. Pace gets all the way inside Bruin territory.
Versus UCLA, so he can throw it down the field.
Tom Pace, first down. Tom Pace skipping to the outside to the 30-yard line. I think it's going to be like 50-50. Let's go 6 overtimes tonight, Rams.
Well, on the sideline, they do not know if he will return.
But a 9.7-yard average will be missed. Here is Tom Pace. Little scat back, gets that first down and more. Brian Keeley, when Goodman came in this year, 3rd or 4th string. They dump it off Tom Pace. He eludes 1. He still will be about 6 yards.
The interference down the sideline for him, as the Sun Devils now with a chance to get the big lead. This is Tom Pace for the first time in the ball game. And look at him break loose. And he scores.
Here we go. Let's take a look at it. They come with the pitch, a pitch reverse. He holds on to it. Oh, did he step out of bounds? Well, he didn't. He
never
didn't
stepped out of bounds.
Never stepped out of bounds.
With Regis Crawford out there, it might be just a little bit difficult to handle that snap. Here goes Pace for his 2nd touchdown of his career, and he's in.
And the Suns in the running game, as Washington State was stopped on that 3rd and 1, they were going outside. What we've seen from Arizona State is just
Cougars' 3rd sack of the game. Pace will give Murphy some breathing room as he gets in the front on both the offense and the defense because of inexperience. Pace picks a couple of other nice little spots to run, gets 11 on that carry to midfield, and Arizona State has another first down. Again, Billy,
this is not what you want to do as a linebacker. Watch 5 just get upended by Trejo. Great block, but a better job of Pace following his block.
Away with the defensive gem right there, and in that case, Heap just took it away from him. Pace is going to throw the halfback pass for O'Neal. And I tell you, that ball could have been intercepted, except that Pace did one thing that a lot of quarterbacks don't do. He threw that ball only where O'Neal could catch it. There's a flag on the play.
Well, is there anything that Pace can't do? He can run, he can block, and now he's throwing the football. And he cleans pool. So, I mean, whatever you need, this kid can do for you. Washington State played tough defense.
Tom Pace has seen most of the 3rd quarter and 4th quarter action at tailback. He's got it again. Breaks a couple of tackles and gets close to another first down. He is really tough to bring down.
Not as only is he just tough to bring down, he is just tough. On the play earlier, he picked up the blitz to protect Cron on the screen pass, and here you go. He runs right up in the middle, protects the football. One hard hit there. Let me spin off that. Get a couple more yards, take another hit there. Man, this kid is a big pickup for Arizona State. Cannot tell you how much he brings to this football team.
195 pounds. Handed the ball off to Pace on that last play, and now we get back to action as Pace sweeps left, gets a block, penalty flag down. He's down to the football. Thrown hard enough to where it's stuck, right? Here goes Pace. Last time he threw off of this. This time he's going to run down the sideline. Did he step out of bounds? He did. They'll mark Arizona State.
And there you see the hold right there. I'm not sure who that was, but the jersey of number 25 of Washington State was complete.
They go with a balanced line this time. And I'm not so sure that he made it. Boy, just barely. Oh, he got it.
Wow. Oh. He got that by. I'm laughing here, but.
And the nose of the ball was a millimeter beyond the front end of that chain stick. Pace on his feet to the 20.
Driving those legs. Another solid run by Pace. Just putting his head down as easy as possible for Bart.
Tom Pace is the running back. Sweeping to his right, to the 20, to the 15, and to the 14 in an Arizona State field goal range. At the 25, it's kind of iffy with him.
Hey, you're absolutely right. Now a little pitch right, Pace using his speed, good blocking on the outside to let him get the corner. You see Victor Leyva pinning his guy, and it allows Pace to get right to the corner. Great block by Victor Leyva, the senior right tackle.
First and 10. They will. A little running room for Pace. I like his second effort. You know, somebody will hit him, and he just will not go down until he gets a couple of extra yards. Aaron Fott makes the stop.
Oh, you're absolutely right. Does a good job of twisting and turning his body. And if he's not hit head on, he does a good job of falling forward. Just a little pitch to the outside. Looks like there's a hole there. Stanford coming up. Falk getting his hands around him, but right there you see him falling for a couple extra yards as Tom Pace, and instead of a no gain or 1 yard gain, it turns into a 2-3 yard.
We can see that Tom Pace, who's had to pick it up because of injuries there, he too is a walk-on. Their leading rusher with only 581 yards today. O'Neal, number 6, the intended target. And, of course, they'll be keeping an eye on Todd Heap behind this offensive line, anchored by center Scott Peters. Second down and 10. And a running play. And they bring Pace with his first carry to the outside for an Arizona State. First down inside the 35-yard line. Johnson and the staff took them to the Rose Bowl. Here on the toss now back to Pace, who bangs with a strong run. Touchdown! Arizona State scores first. Tom Pace, the junior walk-on, bangs it into the end zone, 14 yards.
Very interesting team, this Arizona State team. 4 walk-ons are significant players. Pace is one of them. You're going to see coming from the outside, the right side of your screen, a corner blitz that runs right through. Good block that time by Stephen Trejo, the fullback, and Pace, one of those smaller guys. He might not be 4'4", but very hard to bring down if you don't wrap him up. The quarterback or the reverse on that corner cat.
Justin Tablet didn't have a chance, and they come right back with the hard-running Tom Pace. And he takes it back across midfield to give them a chance here on third down. Pace running very well so far in this game. Never mind. That's a different story. And here's Pace slashing, running, tough running back, this youngster.
Now, didn't we have one that had a cat? Wasn't that Sims? Chris Sims had a cat?
Here, slashing back. He's loose again. Boy, Bates carries it inside the 15-yard line that time. That's 24 more yards for Pace. And now Tommy Pace is nearing 100 yards here in the first half.
Yeah, Pace is on his pace to get 100 yards in the first half. It ain't bad, huh? This guy just, I think, the turf really helps a guy like this. Quick cutting, you have to cut quick, low to the ground, and lack of commitment from tackling by the secondary in the open field over there. It looked like going for the ball a little bit too much. You're right.
John drops it off to his running back again, and the score at 10. And we've got a timeout in Hawaii.
Craving more taste, more variety?
Rough the punter. Here's only second down, so they do have a couple of downs before they have to worry about that. And there's the young man Pace.
So they're saying, yeah, we'll stop Pace and see if you can throw the ball downfield.
And here is Pace banging to the and the first down. And speaking of Pace, let's check in with Jack.
Well, Brent, he went away on a Mormon mission, so he is one of the older players on the ASU team. But he came over to Arizona State and decided to go out for the team after he spent most of his time cleaning pools to pay his way as a walk-on. And the reason he went out for the team is because he was playing flag football, and all of his teammates said, you know, you're good enough to play for Arizona State. So he convinced Coach Snyder to give him a try, and in November, they gave him a scholarship.
And today he has rewarded them with 123 yards, 24 carries, and a touchdown.
Or is it imposter? You think it's an imposter?
I don't know.
Has he got a younger brother or something? He snuck out
fourth down, and they've got it. Pace to the 12-yard line, and out of Inspector Cluso Arut is on the scene.
Off tackle played right now.
Down and 10. And they hand it inside, and there's good blocking on the seal block on the left-hand side.
They give him a good hole, little trap. He reads it, slides back inside, and picks up the yardage, but they're exploding right now. Right now, Arizona State looks to have a lot more life than does Oregon.
First down for the Sundevils. Run to the right side for Pace. Pace is close to a first down. He's got at least 9 yards on the and playing hurt. On 3rd and 16. Cron, no pressure. Still running around wide open. Finally throws, and he's got a man wide open. And it's going to be good for a first down. Cron Pace may score. He's got one man to beat. He cuts it back inside, and he's in there. Great running by Pace. Great block by Taplin. 69 yards for the Sun Devils.
While we're passing out kudos, don't forget the patience of Cron. Cron was in the pocket, slipped out, bought some time, and found his Iceman, his safety valve, his back, who had skated free into an open area on the other side of the line of scrimmage.
They go 69 yards for a touchdown on 3rd and 16 against the Pac-10's leading defense.
Boy, I want to tell you, Cron here does a terrific job on the play action. He's going to just ride him right up in here and then slide back over into this area. Watch this. Comes up. Now he'll slide, and then there's Pace right there in front of him, 10 yards in the middle of the zone. Just comes back, picks up some blocking, and then watch what happens once he gets down inside the 15. He sees 4 white jerseys coming. He sees his blockers, cuts back inside, and then dives for the end zone. Very nicely done. But again, Cron's patient right here, looking around. 1, 2, 3, goes through his progression. Nobody open. Then slides to the outside and finds his safety valve Pace just over the line of scrimmage there in the middle of the zone. And then a great run by Pace. But a terrific job by Cron. Great blocks downfield. A little extra effort and a great cut here to get into the end zone, and then the dive for the score.
And the Oregon Ducks have been slapped upside the head. They look logy, no question about it. Either that or Arizona State's quicker than some of those we've seen play them. This is Pace, just chugging along. He had a 64-yard pass run for a touchdown earlier, and he just turned in another fine run. Here's Todd Harris.
Well, Keith, Coach Bruce Snyder's embraced a couple of walk-ons and former walk-ons to fill some pretty big roles in the Sun Devils on both sides of the ball. It's a risky proposition, but ASU has turned these kids into major impact players. Butkus Award semifinals Adam Archuleta, former walk-on. Starting quarterback Jeff Cron, former walk-on, and starting tailback Tom Pace. He's a current walk-on. He's married. He was going to go to UCLA, couldn't transfer his credits. He came here, so he is playing without a scholarship. He makes his money cleaning pools. This guy is a tremendous story, having a tremendous game with that nice run right there. Keith.
It'll be second down and about 5. From the 49, Oregon side, here's Pace again. Well, I can see why he's the starting tailback this week with that kind of stuff. He went for 103 against Washington State last week. Pulled one out in overtime, and now he's tearing them up today. He's got 8 carries and 53 yards. Put it on the 39 for Tom Pace, spinning. He's tough. Picks up 8 yards.
Just enough to move him aside to free him up. When you came into this ball game, did you ever think Pace would be leading Morris at this point in rushing?
No, I did not. He just took away some of it back there. Mike Cron pitches to Pace. And he got away from one man behind the line of scrimmage. He broke the tackle of Zach Prater. Prater had him for a loss, but he ran right through it.
Keith, the thing that has impressed me so much today about Pace is his ability to stop, change directions, and then explode almost to full speed again. This play is designed to go around the right end to stay outside, but he breaks the tackle, cuts it back in, explodes up the middle, and gets the first. Very, very impressive.
Ball is on the 45-yard line now. First and 10.
Keith, I think that flag was not actually on him when he was going after the ball, but on his hand approaching the ball. He had his left hand on the back of the receiver.
This is Pace. He's gone. Touchdown. 37-yard bolt by Tom Pace.
Boy, he's got some wheels, I'll tell you that. Just explodes through the hole.
So the Arizona State Sundevils go back into the lead. At 6:47 to go in the third quarter. Mike Barth for the point. Scott Peters snaps it, and Griff Goodman holds it. And it's good. 28-21 Sundevils.
We've talked about the job Jones, Williamson, Peters, Kazar, Levy. Those guys are doing on that offensive line, but they opened up a monstrous hole that time, and the linebacker just ran out. Take another look at this play. Here's your linebacker. He's going this way. Cutoff block here, cutoff block here, ball carrier here. See you later. This is really well done. It just explodes through there and shows tremendous speed. Pace 5'10", 195. Keith mentioned he had 103 yards last week. Today he's having a terrific game.
Got 119 running and 69 receiving. 2 touchdowns.
Keep in mind, Delvon Flowers is out with that ACL, so they've been searching between Williams, Pace, and Hightower, somebody to step up, and Pace now has done that.
Now, we get that saw blitz on laser. You got to kick the end out into that outside backer. Whoa, you got to get rid of that football.
Devils will kick it off now for the Oregon Ducks, Amundsen and Henspard. So once again, Oregon, the only undefeated team in the Pac-10, has got to fight its way back up. Down up at the 42-yard line on the play. Pace continues to hammer in there. He lists Mesa as his home now. What is he, cleaning pools to pay some of his bills?
That's a tough way to get through school.
Yes, it is. Look at him. Look at his slide step that he has. Got a handle. He's a yard short of the first down. First and 10 from the Ducks. 22. This is Pace. Down to the 14. 8 yards. Well, he's fun to watch.
He is fun to watch.
You think you got a hold of him, got him in a spider web, and suddenly he pops out the other side.
What amazes me, and I've said this several times, he's not that big, and he doesn't look that fast, but all of a sudden he explodes.
They're icing him up a little bit to see if he can go in the second half.
Devils out of the I formation, 32 seconds left. There's a pitch to Pace. Pace at the 25, he's got a gap. He's the 40. He's at midfield, still on his feet. and gets down to the 44-yard line. Chops about him, as they have for the last couple of years, but a little bit inconsistent, but today playing big. Cooper throws on first down to Pace. Pace to 30, 35, short of the 40-yard line. Picked up about 8 on first down. Chris. Second down now, and 18. They give it to Pace this time, runs the sweep. Pace got a little gap to the 20 to about the 22-yard line. He got about 10 yards of it back. Frank Strong runs him down. Pace pretty strong. Took Strong with him. Dive coming up right here. Ball at the 22-yard line. Kind of a confidence builder for Matt Cooper. Pitch again. Pace going to throw it. He's got a man. Touchdown, Sundevils.
This play was really set up nicely. As we talked about earlier, this toss sweep to the right has been a good play for them. This time Pace pulls up and throws a nice spiral, leaves it right over the shoulder. Just can't quite hang on to the football by Pinkert. Here's another shot of it. Has his eyes on it, but goes right through his hands. Hits the ground. Incomplete pass, but
these Sundevils out. They can score in a hurry. Here's a little bloop kick. Coming up handling it is Pace, and Pace trying to bounce it outside. Now he's got a lane. 30, 35, 40 to the 43-yard line.
Nice fake play on 3rd and 3.
Third down and 3. Cron, receiver, the running option.
Position as well.
Big 3rd and 20. I don't think they have to go for first down. I think they need yardage. And Tom Pace is the quarterback, and he's going to run it. And he's down the left sideline for a first down. I was thinking they might want to get
snap to Tom Pace, and he takes it around left end.
And we've got a new quarterback again, Andrew Walter. I wonder if something's wrong with Jeff Tron. They're going to run Tom Pace. Pace to the 10. Pace to the 5. Third down 1. The redshirt freshman Andrew Walter at the controls. He hands off to Tom Pace, and he muscles his way in for the touchdown.
Awesome, Brinker. Dirk Cutter. I'm telling you, if you score 40 a game, you're doing things that are uncanny sometimes and hard to game plan for.
Rock Alexander out to the 28-yard line. 13 in the nation. And Arizona State leads by 1. 10.5 to play. Big hole for Tom Pace. Arizona State with a 1-point lead. At one time they were down 24-7. Tom Pace through. Here's the fake. Tom Pace throwing deep. Oh, and McDonald got drilled by Bobby Wade, but it's Darrell Lightfoot holding on and getting the first down.
And for a first down, take one more look at the fake. Inside, snap to Tom Pace. Look, he looked off. He looked off. He's trying to look up Bobby Wade. I told you now he could throw it. He did throw an interception.
And secures the tackle most of the time.
On second down, up the middle, with room, Pace is going to score! Touchdown, Arizona State! Tom Pace up the middle, Sundevils, 42 yards.
Tom Pace, former walk-on. He came on last season when Delvon Flowers went down with his ACL knee surgery. But again, this is UCLA coming into this football game, the #1 rushing defense in the Pac-10. But Tom Pace, one of those guys that never stops. Very high motor guy.
Tom Pace flourished the middle of the season, but was sort of looked good there. His 5th touchdown of the season, and it is 6-0. Extra point tacked on, and we're not even 2 minutes into the game. And Arizona State has struck first. Pace, little jitterbug at the line, and then nothing but real estate. Back to the Rose Bowl. Sundevils kick into the Bruins. Wrapped up, and they went back to their old habits on that last play.
Well, watch the very center of the defense here. There are several UCLA defenders that are in a position. Kenyon Coleman, number 99, had a chance to make that tackle. Tom Pace was just below his radar screen, kept his feet going, and took it into the end zone.
Much better tackling.
He had the blitz, and
he disappeared.
Couldn't stop in time to get back for that run.
Third down short. Pace will get the call again. First down and more. Bruin territory. Out of bounds at the 40-yard line.
He is thrown, caught, and run. Tackle and breaks it to the outside. Flags are down. This is going to come back. Out of bounds. He's spun out at the 16-yard line.
Showcase after the yardage he gained there. It'll come back against the Sundevils.
Yeah, that was a nice run by Tom Pace. It's going to be brought back. He shows lots of energy here. He's going to wait for the hole open, bounces through, and right there just kind of sifts through a couple tackles. And I think the receiver, Sean McDonald, grabs the Bruin and holds on the play.
It's a senior that did everything that was asked of him, being on special teams,
and
backing
kickoffs.
up,
He got
starting.
a 28-yard
Absolutely.
average on kickoff returns. Hard to believe that this guy was a walk-on at Arizona State. Of course, everybody that thinks they want to walk on at Arizona State now after what happened to Adam Archuleta, #1 draft choice from the Rams. It's a lot of times it's difficult for coaches to evaluate high school players and what
plays. 22 yards, just over a minute. Stanley with the score. Great moment for the senior fullback. Devils will bring it back, and they're still going. Pace doing something special down the sideline. Tommy Pace is going to score. Touchdown, 100 yards. He was caught 2-3 times, snuck out, and the Sun Devils lightning striking back.
What an effort by Tom Pace. This guy all afternoon, whenever he gets the ball, he does not give up. He does not have quit in his system. I thought he was tackled back at the 30-yard line.
So did everybody else.
Routine return.
But he has his eye on the end zone, and right here, he just does not give up. Has some good blocking.
Plays right there.
Plays over. The Bruins all stop, but Tom Pace does not stop. Makes one little juke, stays in bounds. Close to going out of bounds. The officials didn't see it.
He was right there.
And right there, just a great run. And it might have got tipped. The ball, if the goalpost is 10 feet, that ball went about 11 feet.
Still counts as one. 31-21.
What a gutty performance by Pace.
Oh, he's been sensational.
Came into this game with a 28-yard kickoff average, and I agree with what you were saying, Mike. I think the Bruins felt like he was down. They just stopped. They started standing around watching. Suddenly, Tom Pace realizes he's only got a kicker in front of him, starts laughing, and heading down the sideline.
And an escort, an entourage as he dances in. That play was over around the 20-25 yard line, and UCLA once again unable to secure the tackle. That happened earlier on his touchdown run. It appeared as though UCLA had him wrapped up.